You sure it's here? Yeah, dude, Benny gave me this address.
Good morning.
Hey, how are you?
I'm Carter Steele.
Dragon Poets of Boston. Boston. So it's animated. The voices are very comedic and unexpected right at the start. They're at an audition. We're discussing why they don't get hired anymore because they're from Boston. And you can't help but have the accent when you say Boston, actually, I'm realizing. These accents for Edgar Allan Poe poem is pure comedy. They have an opinion on everything. Answer the door. It might be Amazon. That's funny. They can't focus on the poems. And the bell is constant throughout and used as a comedy device. And I feel like they relate to Emily Dickinson because they feel similarly to how she feels in her poem. Yeah, it was very interesting. And just the voices alone. Funny.
This is about the short comedy Dragon Poets of Boston. A unique, creative idea. I really liked the opening shot of it looks like they're in a library. I loved all the different books and the colors. This style of animation or stop motion, I wasn't really sure what it was, but it's very interesting animation style. I really like the special effects with the fire coming out of the dragon's mouth and the smoke. I barely noticed it, but I noticed some smoke coming out at one point. That was really cool. Just a cute idea, having these dragons perform poems or just read poems. I thought there was one that just made me really laugh. Now I can't remember which one it was. Maybe it was the Emily Dickinson one, but I just thought it was really funny in a weird way. I found myself really enjoying it. Good sound effects, good reading of the poems and, character voices, Boston accent and all of that. So great job to you guys. It was fun to watch.
This film is called Dragon Poets of Boston. This short was so hilarious. I just loved it. Two stop-motion dragons end up reading poetry for a gig. The voices of the two Boston dragons were really funny. Maybe brothers given the credits? I love the famous poems they read and their frank reactions to them. The dragons were surprisingly emotive, especially their movable eyes and brows. The writing in this one was really witty and down to earth. This film is very memorable, and I would love to see more of these two dragons. Great job. Check it out.
Dragon Poets of Boston is an amusing short little stop motion piece, and the Boston humor and everything like that. It's very funny and amusing, and it's impressive because it's stop motion.
The Dragon Poets of Boston. Well, what a hilarious film. First rate, great comedy. The writing blended with the stop motion, I think, artistry of these two dragon puppets. Their expressions were fantastic. And when one was speaking, the other was always animated in some way with a raised eyebrow or a look in the eye. It was just terrific. The special effects of when one was getting a little bit angry, there was smoke coming out of his mouth, but it was very subtle. And what a great script. Their accents just made it all the more funny. The setting off the smoke alarm at the end, what a great way to come to the climax of the story. And it just, I'd like to see them on a regular basis. It was just so much fun, just a lot of fun, and really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Hi, this is my comments on the Dragon Poets of Boston. I love this show. I thought it was absolutely delightful. From the stop motion, which was incredibly intricate, you can tell that a lot of time and a lot of effort and work went into making all the different nuances of the dragon's movements, from the eye rolls to like the little puffs of smoke. All of that really worked well together and worked to the favor of the voice actors, who were also really excellent. Couldn't tell if they were from Boston, but their accent work was really fantastic. And I think the concept was really strong from beginning to end. I love the incorporation of classic poetry and the fish out of water concept coming the full comedic play out of it in the beginning, and then it echoing and coming back again at the end. I thought that was so smart. It's very, very funny. I think the comedic irony of having like dragons who feel ostracized not because they're dragons but because they're from Boston and they're actors, and sort of watching them as brothers, or going through this audition process or this reading process. You get so much of their shared history. You could really see the character work that was done. I thought was really phenomenal. I think that the theme and the concept were all like blown out to every possible iteration. I think the writers really did a really great job creating things that were both funny and thought-provoking. And yeah, just having dragons from Boston read classic poetry. Such a fun concept and premise for a short that was really beautifully executed.
These are dragon poets from Boston coming in to bring you a story time, from reading excerpts from the likes of Edgar Allan Poe to the likes of Emily Dickinson. What brings the humor to this piece is the commentary not only between the brotherly pair of dragons, but the bellman in the peanut gallery. There is humor in the moment of silence to be brought in only with this annoying bell. This piece is animated, lighthearted, and funny. What happens if two dragons walk into a library in Boston? I think this short carries that well. The brother dynamic is strong, which is not surprising considering the pair of actors are related in some sort of fashion, and it was really lovely to watch.